Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is a Nine of Swords. Interesting. Let's put that into some context, all right? This seems like it might be quite serious. Oh, we have some really lovely water energy, though. Look at that. This is really nice. This feels very protective to me. This feels like we are kind of floating in a protective, pool of this really lovely spiritual water. This feels good to me. Let's do the Path of the Serpent here. More beautiful water energy, yeah. And the Major Arcana. This is really nice. I'm happy about this. Let's pull our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. This is the card that we set aside. We're not going to look at this until the very end. We will put the lizard right on top. Thank you, lizard. And hopefully at the end of the reading, that card will tie everything together, and will give us the confirmation that we need. So, we've got this really strange air energy that's being kind of, being protected almost by this water energy. Okay? And we've got this Fool. Now, the Fool is the Spirit. The Fool is the Holy Spirit. It is this kind of infinite consciousness, right? And we've got more Major Arcana. We've got more lovely water energy and some fire energy. We don't have any earth energy. We have really mostly water and Major Arcana. Now, what is all of this water protecting? Well, I think right now you might be in a bit of a vulnerable position or frame of mind. Okay. I think that there are some energies that don't have your best interest at heart. Okay. There are some things going on in your life that maybe people, maybe thoughts, just plain old negative thinking, right? There are forces, there are energies that are trying to interfere, thwart, or even ruin what you're trying to do. Okay? And we need this divine protection. We need this divine protection because I have a 9 and a 10 of Swords here, and this is scary to me. Okay? This worries me. Thankfully, we have the water energy, we have the spiritual energy, we have everything else on the table is healing, is protecting, is holding, is nurturing you. Okay? But this influence is still trying to get through. This is a negative influence. This is an influence, an impulse. It could be, it depends on what you believe in, honestly, right? If you think that this is some negative energy, if you think that these are some kind of evil forces, they're trying to ruin what you're building. They're trying to get inside of your head and cause you to doubt yourself, to influence you, to change your course. They are trying to influence you to reject love. Because look, this is the risk here. 2 of Cups. It's in the position of what you don't want, of what you're rejecting. This is what you need. But these evil forces, for lack of a better term, these negative influences, are urging you to reject love. Reject the love of God, Goddess, Deity, of Guardian Angel, of ancestors. I just got a cut on my finger, and I don't know where that came from. Weird. What was I saying? The rejection of love, of care, of all of these energies that are around you that want the best for you. These evil forces, again, for lack of a better term, are trying to influence you to reject love, and they are trying to urge you, to influence you to tear down whatever you have built. If it's your relationship, if it's your career, if it's your confidence, if it's your relationship with Spirit, with Source, with God, Goddess, Deity. These evil influences want you to destroy that. They can't destroy it for you, so they're trying to convince you to do it. Okay? And that's through these really, really dangerous swords energy. Okay? The Nine of Swords is your self-doubt. This is the energy that you witness when you catch yourself saying mean things about yourself, right? Thinking negative thoughts about you. That's the Nine of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is the energy that does not want to see any love. Anything good, anything positive, anything healthy, anything healing, anything supportive, it wants to tear it down. Okay? It wants to tear it down. But I think you have enough of this positive energy in your life that there's no way this air energy is going to win. We have, first of all, this Fool energy. Now this is the Spirit. Now this is air energy too. But this is the air energy that is almost like a mist. You know, it's like a cloud. You can't thrust a sword or a dagger through a cloud. You know what I mean? This is someone who is invincible, impervious to these efforts. And it's because you're in this kind of cradle of beautiful water energy that these swords just can't do anything to you. They can't touch you. You're being protected, I feel, by this. And what we need to do is this energy, this evil force that's trying to get you to reject love, we need to use love to overcome that negative energy. And now look, your spirit, your soul is surrounded on all sides by this love, by this healing water energy. Okay? And we have the best of it. Now we know that we're moving forward in life. We know that we're making progress in whatever mission you're on, whatever work you do. We have a 2, a 4, and a 6, right? Even numbers. This is a protective barricade that's blocking negative energy from getting you, right? This is a shield on this side, and on this side. But the way forward, this is a 9. This is active energy. So that's telling me that your soul, your spirit is moving forward. You're being urged to move forward with your plans, right? To build, to love, to connect, to create. The water energy, the spiritual energy, is behind you and on all sides, guarding you, protecting you, saying, okay, it's safe to move forward now. So you're pursuing this direction. And in this direction is all of your happiness, all of the love, all of the healing. This is you moving forward and enjoying the movement. Okay? This is you doing your work. We're not hunkered down. We're not in a bunker being protected, waiting for the evil to pass, waiting for the storm to be over. No, we've got our barricades around us. We've got our protective sphere around us, our protective light, the water energy. So it's safe for us to travel. Okay, kind of your spiritual guardians, bodyguards, spirit guards. So we're able to progress and move forward. So I think that air energy, those evil forces are very easily conquered, very easily vanquished. They may seem scary, but once you stand up to them, they're no match. And now we're free to pursue these other energies here. First is that magician. This is the direct line of communication to source, to spirit. This is the way that spirit is going to be sending you messages. Through dreams, through premonitions, through psychic activity, through synchronicity. Okay? And if that synchronicity, if those messages, if those symbols, omens, right, those premonitions, if those dreams are anything other than this healing water, this love energy, and this urging you to move forward with your divine plans, if it's anything but that, then it's from these evil forces. Okay? And that's how you're going to know. If you peek underneath it and you see there's some swords energy in there, then you know this is not authentic. So we do have to authenticate the messages. We can't just blindly follow any impulse that we have. We have to authenticate it. We have to meditate. We have to pray on it. We have to be discerning, right? We have to peek underneath to see what's there. I think that you've always had spiritual or psychic experiences, things that you can't explain. Magic. Magic is just science that we don't understand yet. It's natural phenomena that we don't have an explanation for yet, right? Because science has no way of measuring spirit, of measuring God, goddess, deity, guardian angels, ancestors, right? Science is using the wrong tools to measure that. Science has this need to understand everything, and this magician is Mercury. This is the card of science, of communication, of understanding, of figuring things out, right? But it's also the openness, it's also the admission that I don't know everything, that I can't explain everything that's happening in my life. I want to understand, but I'm intelligent, I'm wise enough to know that I don't understand everything. Doesn't make it any less authentic, any less valid. Okay. So the very next card is kind of the card of validity. This is the magician, who is Mercury, who's also the scientist, right? Running experiments, testing your visions, testing your premonitions, peeking underneath the cards to see if there's any evil forces hiding under there, right? And we have to be discerning. We have to use logic. We have to use our heart. We have to use our discernment. We have to follow our spirit. All of these things are ours to use in concert, right? All together. And it may not be easy. It may be difficult at times. But we have to trust our gut a little bit. We have to be bold enough to step out on our own and act based on the information that we have. If we have all of our tools working together, we can be confident in our decision, but it's still a risk. We still don't know with absolute certainty what we're doing, where we're going, or where this Nine of Cups path is leading us. So Spirit needs you to be brave. Spirit needs you to be willing to dance with the tiger, fully confident that the tiger's going to dance with you back, with the full confidence that it's going to be okay. We know that it might not be, but we're stepping out with that kind of courage, okay? When we've authenticated the message and we have activated all of our senses, our spiritual senses, our physical senses. And we know that we're following the path of love, of all of this healing water. Or we know how to look underneath the water to see what's might be lurking underneath. Okay, we're all good. Then we step out and we continue our work. We push forward. So whatever is going on in your life right now, this is the message, and I think this is a message of spiritual activation, spiritual protection. The divine energy is creating this bubble around you. And I think it's with this bubble that you can move forward with your plan, with your work, right? With your relationship, with your creativity, with your project, whatever you're working on, whatever it is that you do. Okay? I want to look at the mystery card. I want to do an I-Ching hexagram too, but let's do the mystery card first. I still don't know how I cut my finger. Okay, mystery card. Probably some more water energy, right? It might be a little bit more fire. Might be a little bit more fire, spiritual fire, right? Motivating fire. We have this kind of bubble of spiritual, this shield, this force field around us. Maybe we need a little bit of fire to kind of light the way. Maybe. We've got a Knight of Swords. This is air on air. This is the air energy. This is using mental energy for mental problems, right? This is using our own psychic abilities to overcome all of this. See the swords energy? It's still under there, right? No magic tricks here. That swords energy is still there. We have to fight that with our own tools on that same plane, right? Mental energy with mental tools. It's kind of the fighting fire with fire, only we're talking about the air, right? So these demons of doubt and of negative thoughts and these evil forces, let's say, are still present. They're still at the gates. So we have to be vigilant in our minds. We have to be logical and rational. We have to be discerning. We have to be, of course, still open to the spiritual energy. We have to be wise and not foolish, right? So the Fool is kind of the babe in the egg, right? This is the vulnerable you. This is what is being protected. And this is you actively engaging in the work. This is you actively struggling and wrestling with, the negative energies, the negative thoughts and impulses, right? All of that kind of energy that afflicts us in our minds, right? Tells us we can't do something, tells us to reject love, right? We have to strengthen our minds in order to resist that kind of negative energy. Okay. Let's look at the I-Ching. So I like that we have some of this very noble air energy to kind of send out to counteract some of the negative air energy, right? This is very positive, outgoing air energy. It's flowing outward from us to do battle with those negative forces. Let's look at the I-Ching. 64 hexagrams represent the wisdom of the ancient Chinese sages and their connection with spirit and with source, right? So this is very much related to this Mercury energy. I know this isn't the traditional way of casting a hexagram, but we're doing the best we can here. Okay, we're going to do just one hexagram. That feels like the one. 10. Treading. Treading a tiger's tail. It does not bite. Creating success. So this is this is beautiful. Because that's what I said with the Princess of Wands here. It's having that confidence, having that courage to go out and dance with the tiger. Fully confident that it's going to just dance with us, right? That it's going to be okay. That it's not going to result in calamity or any kind of disaster, right? That it's going to work out. And that's exactly what the 10th hexagram treading says. But this is more being careful with your movements so that you don't step on the tail and wake the tiger up, right? I kind of went a step further and say it's okay to wake up the tiger because we're friends with the tiger, right? We're buddies. Now, there's some text on the back, too, which represent the judgment and the images of the hexagram. In the original source text, obviously, it doesn't translate exactly, you know. It says, treading the tiger's tail is perilous. So invite the creature's power into your life as protection, fertility, and blessing. Living in harmony with the tiger takes skill and care. Look to the intensity you are drawn to in the situation you're asking about. Its danger is there and also its potential gift. Where is the tiger? And do you know how to work with such power? So what essentially, this is the tiger. This is the work that you're doing, the mission that you're on. This is why you have protection, why you need protection, so that you can continue to do that very important work, whatever it is. Okay? This is very a very intense reading. Okay. I feel like we've been here for a long, long time. It seems it's only been 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're going to move into the extended. I feel a real potent energy in the room with this one. So I don't really want to disturb these cards. I want to just kind of leave them here for a few minutes. But we are going to get into the extended. And if you would like to check that out, just click on the link that's right here. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, okay? Not just for Pisces, but for every zodiac sign. I want to thank you sincerely for being here and for letting me read for you. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you for the work that you're doing, okay? I hope this resonated with you. I hope that I was able to give you something, you know. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.